All right, we are live.
All right. Cheers, y'all.
Woo! Yeah, cheers, everybody, man. We've got Whiskey Nose, we have Sugar Kitty, we have Peter White, we have, of course, you're here, Bourbon Nerd, we have Bourbon Kitty, we have Shoeman Foo, and Jerry Arball, Arky 99, and Tater Dom. Now, if you're not commenting, I can't see you, so there you go. But haven't gotten them yet. Yeah, I was going to look. I didn't know because it was raining over the weekend, and I didn't want to put them in there Saturday and miss the mail run, and then it set out there all Sunday, so they didn't go out till Monday. So it could have been because they don't pick them up till late Monday, like 2 in the afternoon or something. So they'll probably be there. I don't know. I sent the tracking number, so hopefully you'll get them in the next day or two. But yeah, I had the box ready tonight. The box is ready too. We're doing this samples. We'll get to those here in a little bit. This is the second batch from Mark. So we're getting back to his samples. I've got an idea of the next samples I want to do. Next, because I went back and revisited something here. This is John J. Bowman.
Okay.
And this is out of Virginia. This is single barrel, copper distilled, John J. Bowman Pioneer Spirit, Virginia straight bourbon whiskey. It is 50% alcohol, 100 proof, but it is not a bottled and bond. This has a cinnamon nose on it, but not really so much on the palate. I mean, you get a little hint, but it's more cinnamon on the nose that you get. But man, this thing is just the right amount of sweetness and really, really good. So I may go look for the Bowman brothers, John J. Bowman, and those different ones. So, all right, he'll be right back. And then we'll figure out what he's sipping on. But yeah, this is quite tasty. And yeah, we're going to get those hashtags started here in just a few minutes.
All right.
Nice. What are you
back in? Oh, what am I sipping on? Right now, Stranahan's. They're sherry cask single malt whiskey.
Well, and
something like that.
Okay, and Shoeman Foo, he lives here in North Carolina. He says, I've been looking for John J. Bowman for a while, so I may have just stuck my foot in my mouth. I may not be able to find it. So, it's one state away, and they're also ABC. We should be able to get that stuff fairly regular. But yeah, I'll look and see if I can grab some. I mean, this is the only one I have right now. Is this particular one?
Oh, there we go.
All right,
there. Now I can see me.
There. All right, we're good now. Let me go ahead and get these hashtags going. We're doing another trivia night tonight because we are getting ready for those brackets here in the fall, and the weather's starting to feel nice outside here.
Not down in Texas, it's not.
Yeah, but let me go ahead and play these hashtags here. All righty. So, we're getting ready to do these whiskey brackets. I will tell you this. I'm fighting copyright strikes left, or not strikes, but copyright claims left and right. When I play that whiskey brackets video,
yeah,
I paid for it. I have it. I submit it, and they drop the claim. But it's several different law firms out there, trying to put the claim on. But anyway, I see somebody just, there's William Hall. All right, so we are going to get this first one going again, just like last time. The question's going to come up, and the hashtag's going to appear on the answer. So right now, here we are. What is the lowest percent alcohol by volume commercial whiskey can be? And this is, of course, United States has laws about it. So I've got 80%, 40%, 60%, 35%. I know this is going to be damn easy for some of y'all, but
I know this one
is 40%. And that's where I say don't confuse ABV with proof. 40% is, and that's a 40 PA on the hashtag. 40% is 80 proof and is the lowest whiskey can be bottled for commercial sales. So,
and still be labeled whiskey.
And still be labeled whiskey. And that's what got Fireball into some trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the law.
Well, I mean, 40%, you're basically proofing it down to the floor as far as I'm concerned, because
Right.
if it at 40%, 60% of it's water.
Yeah. Well, especially because they tend to, try to get the biggest run of whiskey they can. So think, Evan Williams, Jim Beam, the base bottles, they're going to distill it at 160. They're going to cut it down to 125 and put it in that barrel legally. And then it's going to, the proof's going to go up in the barrel. And then they're going to cut it all the way down to 80 proof and then bottle it.
Yep.
But there's a reason behind that. That's mass produced stuff. And if they have an off barrel here and there, and they're doing 1,000 barrel batch, you're not going to notice it, especially not after you water it down like that. So they're just doing volume, and it's cheap. So there that is.
It looked like Fulton posted you a link for something.
Yeah, Fulton. I don't have a lot of time on Thursdays, doing the show. But if anybody wants to look at the link, I don't know what it is, but
looks like something about amazing athlete
nominations. Okay, so maybe he's wanting to be nominated. All right. So, yeah, getting alerts popping in. Anyway, we do have a blue thumbs up, so somebody's watching from Facebook over there. So, cheers. If anybody wants to comment from Facebook, now, of course, on YouTube, you'll see all the major part of the chat, but I can highlight some stuff here and there. Now, what are we playing for? Put that hashtag in, folks, because we're playing for entries to the quarterly drawing, which is in 2 weeks. Like next week is the last week before the drawing on September 5th. So we're short runway here to get caught up on these entries because we're going to give away a 24-note nosing kit, 3 sample bourbons, a laser engraved whiskey glass, a laser engraved bamboo topper for the whiskey glass. And if you so desire a tasting, virtual tasting with me where I can walk you through the stuff, or I can just tell you what they are if you don't want to go through that. And it can be a virtual private tasting, or it can be a live tasting or whatever. But that's what we're playing for. Second prize will be 2 ounces of anything in the glass and the topper, and third prize is the glass and the topper. So that's what we're playing for. But right beyond that, about a month and a half later, we have the halfway mark giveaway. The next one there is on October 24th. And we do have samples that we're giving away tonight. So if you want to enter that's super chat, super sticker only, you get 2 entries for every $1 for the giveaway tonight, which is going to be sample bourbons. But you also get 2 entries, whether you win or not, into the halfway mark, and you get 2 entries into the regular quarterly drawing. So if you're behind and you need to catch up, that's one way to do it. Hello, Bourbon Bitch. Cheers. But I'm going to go ahead and play that sample video now that we're playing for later, and here we go. All right, so I said mixed picks. That's only been confirmed that 2 of them are store picks, and that's the Old Forester and the Blue Note. But we believe that the Old Scout could very possibly be a pick as well.
I'd have to ask Marty Whiskey Nose if that Old Scout that he sent me was a pick or not, because I don't know. I didn't pay close attention to the bottle when I poured it.
Yeah, I know that Marty likes picks here and there. But,
it might be, but I can tell you that the The juke joint one and the old Forester are picks, and they're really, really good.
All right, and they're boxed up right here. He sent them to me because he's out of town. As you can see, he's in Colorado and not Texas. So what I'm going to do is just slap the next label right on top of that label and get it right to you.
There you go. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. All righty, man. I got my. So I don't know if I mentioned it on here or not. I was trying to get a Blackstone, and I ordered one from Amazon, and it was one of those Amazon like choice items. Well, they delivered it to somebody up in freaking Illinois, and I never got it. And so they refunded me my money, and I just turned around and ordered it from Home Depot and had it shipped right to me. Got here in 2.5 days.
Nice.
So it came in today. I haven't had a time to put it together yet. There's some other things I want to do this weekend. Clear out a spot, make it level. I want my griddle to be level. So
sure helpful. Hey, Thrash.
Yep. I used to shop at Lowe's, and they used to be, Lowe's was built for, off of the premise of serving veterans, and giving them a low cost thing, all that. And the new CEO comes in and did away with all the veterans stuff. So
yeah, you can still get a 10% discount, but that's about it.
You can't even do that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yep. The only way you can get a discount now is through your Lowe's card. You get 5%. That's it.
Sheesh.
Yep.
Well, I go to Home Depot more than I do Lowe's anyway.
Well, I just went, here, where I live, they took down the veterans only parking signs and everything.
Really?
I mean, got rid of all that. Yeah.
Oh, heck. Being a vet, I'll just ban Lowe's from now on then.
Yeah, I mean, that's the movement they're making on it. So I was just like, well, you might have forgot where you come from, but I'll get used to shopping at Home Depot. Man, I had Lowe's memorized. I knew where everything was. Yeah, I didn't have to look anything up on my phone. Be like, where's this or that? Oh, that's aisle 19. Come here, I'll show you.
Yep. I'm with you, Thrash. We'll start our own movement. Ban them. Watch out them.
I mean, my thing is, I've certainly given Lowe's a lot, and I had the Lowe's card, and I've built like a cedar deck on the back of the house a while back. I've gotten so much lumber, so much stuff from Lowe's. When we had that 10 acres in Texas, we were building like a 3-sided sheds and, all this type of stuff, and everything was bought at Lowe's. Now, I've done them my service, and all that. So now I shop at Home Depot. So
there you go.
But I'm not calling for a boycott. I'm just saying that if it's, for me, Home Depot is actually closer. It's easier to get to because I don't have to go across the interstate, and because the Home Depot's on my side, and it's just easier and faster to get there. And I was just driving that extra, minute or two to get over to Lowe's, passing right by Home Depot, but now I just pull into Home Depot. So, but Home Depot just got, almost $400 off of me on that Blackstone, and Lowe's didn't. So,
there you go.
Whatever. But I buy too much shit, and that's part of my problem. But I'll tell you this: I got on the phone with them, and I told them it was bullshit. The way they did, and I said, y'all need to take that off there. That Amazon recommended or whatever on that product, because that came over on the slow boat and ended up going to the wrong delivery address and everything else. And I went back and looked, not 30 minutes later, and they had removed that tag from that item. So,
well, that's good.
Oh, here we go. We got a spin. We're up on time, so let me share this screen and let's give away these 4 entries. 40 PA. That's supposed to be 40% alcohol. So, all right, we're landing on Bourbon Bitch. First thing.
Nice. First winner.
All right,
Yeah,
got
great.
that one done. And I will tell you, this next one is straight up numbers. So don't be mistaken. There's a few numbers tonight. All right.
All right. What's this question then?
All right. This question is a date. We're asking what year? In what year did Denmark begin producing whiskey? So the options are 1922, 1837, 1766, and 1620.
I'm going to go with B.
1837. All right. So the answer is 1922.
Oh.
Now, they didn't go into full production on it till I think it was 1975, but Denmark became a whiskey producing nation back in 1922 when trials began by the state distillery, the Dansk Spirits Fabrikken. Whatever, there you go.
Walk slide.
Yeah, that's that Den Latin. That's what that is. Oh yeah, and then I have to put it in here. Oh, and by the way, I can't remember if I already put it in there or not. Lori is not here tonight. She messaged earlier and said she wasn't going to be able to make it tonight. So if it lands on either of mine, my Facebook or YouTube entry, it doubles tonight.
Nice.
So anytime you see it land on me, double entries for that spin.
It's daunting. I don't know.
Man, I have to make a run. We are. Yeah, I'm going to use some of the cash to restock some stuff on the shelf over here. So I need. My list is growing, and I need to go pull the trigger on it before it becomes $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the whiskey's gone up too much in the last few years.
But luckily, what I'm trying to restock is readily available around here. Usually, it's the wild turkeys, that type of stuff. So
yeah, the normal shelter.
Yeah, I need to get another double oak. I need to get, well, certainly, I may even get 2 101s, and then Elijah Craig, Larceny, that type of stuff.
I think what I did was I got my older bottle of the 101, and I'll just get a handle, and then when that the 7.5 gets lower, I'll just top it back off with the handle.
Yep.
That way I don't have that great big bottle up on the shelf,
Oh, yeah. I have the 1.75 liter over there of Woodford Reserve. That's my normal mixer.
Yeah.
But then the double oak, I keep it, and it's 750. I keep it over here. But, man, I haven't seen Big Daddy H say anything tonight.
Nope, not yet.
Yeah. He might have
forgot. He'd be along. He'd probably be along here directly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, keeping up with the water tonight. Yeah, I'm doing. I got my budget turned in yesterday. Well, it's hell doing a budget at work, but I got it turned in at least to my boss and as the initial. And we went through every line, and I explained everything the way it was, and we didn't change anything. So, and I told him I wouldn't change anything unless I let him know, but. So it's out of my mind right now until we get down to the finals. Final reviews. But yeah, we had to go logically and put all that stuff in there. Oh, absolutely, man. And I have to do the employee budgets. I have to put in all the like work from home allowance, cell phone allowances, because if I don't put it in there, we don't have money to pay. And
Yep.
the travel trips and the who's got certifications they have to renew every year, and just all this little old headache stuff. And then that's not even part. That's everybody.
Yeah.
And then we get into the technology, and then I have to, because every damn piece of technology, you'd think, oh, I have this tool that does this thing, that's one line item. No, it's 5 line items on my budget, because here's the training, here's the support agreement, here's the line for these licenses, here's the line for these set of licenses that do this whole other thing. Here's so you have to break it all down and get your quotes out, and if it's over $100,000, it's a prepay, and then I get charged monthly. So if I do a 2 or 3 year agreement, I have to take the total lump sum, say it was 1.4 million, and then divide it by, like 36 months or whatever, or 48 or whatever it is, and then I have to put that line and spread it across each year, and then each year I have to have that in my budget.
Man, yeah, better you than me.
Yeah, it's just, by the time I got through with it, I had a headache, and I took me a BC powder, and for whatever reason, my shoulder right here was hurting. It's just that mouse, and I have like 27-inch screens or whatever, but you have to shrink that spreadsheet down to like 80%. So you can see everything. And then I'm kind of leaning in, looking, trying to, and the rows are like this big, and you're like, am I on the right row here? And then
scrolling back and forth to see it
back
all.
and forth. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Fluff by 50. No, I can't do that. I do put, some things are fluffed a little, but it's certainly not by 50. Yeah. I mean, I put everybody down for flights and hotels and meals, even though I know not everybody's going to travel. I put everybody down for certs and for conference fees and things, even though I know they're not going to go to them, or they're going to do free online. So there's a little stuff in there, but I mean, we have to put stuff in there for unforeseen stuff, like if somebody goes on family medical leave or something, and I need to bring in a contractor because we can't live without them, and I'm paying more for the contractor. So
sick leave and got hit by a car.
Yeah, all that type of stuff. It's a big headache. But the hardest one is the first year you ever worked for a place, and then what's hard after that, because you can always look back to last year's budget to see what you did, and that helps. But the first year I worked here in 2017, that was a kick in the teeth right there, because I was doing everything from scratch. I had no look back.
Yep. Well, now you've been there for a while. You got that look back where you can go, okay, I budgeted this much, but now it was only actually used that much, right? So you can adjust and play with it some more.
Yeah, and then there's the unforeseens. I mean, I do pad my budget some. I mean, I put stuff in there like, yeah, I have to, because I never know what's going to come up, and I have to put like 150,000 or something in there as a proof of concept, and unforeseen proof of concept I may have to do. All right, well, we're going to spin this thing. I'm tired of talking about work. We're here for bourbon. All right, let's do it. I'm going to spin this one. Good luck, everybody. This is for 5 entries to the quarterly drawing. Fulton, look at him. Come in here and get those entries. All right. And the next one has numbers in it as well, but not all numbers.
Yep, and big monitors helping our older age.
All right. Oh, yeah. I need to go back to the eye doctor, too.
Have you update your prescription?
Yeah, I'd probably need to. Yeah. You don't realize. I mean, it's very gradual, some of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. True or false question. Only whiskey made in Kentucky can be called bourbon.
Yeah,
Everybody should know this one. Everybody should know this one. The answer is false. And 50 ST, which stands for all 50 states, according to U.S. law, bourbon can be made anywhere in the United States.
Yep. As long as
Ahoy groovy.
Ahoy groovy. As long as it's made according to bourbon laws,
Oh, well, yeah. That was just location. That was just location. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to upgrade cameras here sometime soon.
Yeah, I showed you that one that I have, but yeah, and it's plug and play. I mean, it's pretty easy, and
I need something easy,
Yeah.
I don't need nothing that's I got to figure out, how to get something to tie in with this, that ties in with that, and
Now it is USB-C, so if you don't have USB-C, if you only have the old USB port,
yeah,
just get you a converter from USB.
Oh, okay, from that to the USB.
That's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's no problem.
Yeah. Hawaiian Kona pineapple bourbon.
So, Mr. Ron.
Well, there are states that do not make bourbon. Now, here's the thing: 95+% of bourbon comes out of Kentucky.
Yeah.
So especially in Indiana's the largest producer outside of Kentucky. Now, I'm not talking about non-distilling folks because they're ordering bourbon to sell, but I'm talking about the distilleries.
Yeah, MGP makes a lot of whiskey for a lot of folks.
Oh yeah, well, and so does some Kentucky distilleries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll
Green River and a few others are making a lot. And then there's a place down in Texas, Gulf Coast Distilling, I believe it's called. They're making a lot of different whiskeys for folks too.
Yeah, shoot, man. I think if I took a trip to Europe, I would just reserve myself to drinking Scotch.
Yep. Scotch and Irish.
Yep, Scotch and Irish. Yep.
It's still whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the largest bourbon consumers outside of the United States is India, but it's also one of the largest whiskey consumers, period. But they get a lot of bourbon over there.
I thought it would have been Japan.
No. Actually, Japanese whiskey kind of took over the market over there.
Oh, okay. So their taste is changing now a little bit.
Well, either that or they just source local and get local and drink local. But I'll tell you, their favorite beer, Budweiser.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it goes back to my old saying, ain't no lack of taste,
Yeah.
No accounting for taste, really.
I could buy Sapporo, Kirin, Ichiban, and Asahi, all the Japanese beers. I could get them for back then. I was there in the 90s. I could get it for $2.50 a bottle, and the Budweiser in the big can, was like $7.50 or something. In the 700, the equivalent 750 yen. And I could pay like 250 yen and get one of the local beers, and I liked them better. They didn't give me a damn headache.
Yep.
Oh yeah, shoot, man. Yeah, when I was over there, and I was in Italy, and then we went through France, so that was a mistake, and then down to I can't remember the route we took. It's been a long time, but we were in Spain. We went all the way over to Portugal. And we just happened to be there during the wine festival stuff. Hell, we didn't pay for a damn drop of wine. They just gave it to us everywhere we went. I was like, cool.
Y'all try this.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
I was gonna like drink this down tonight, but if hell, I got to make sure I can find it again. I'm gonna save some of it. It's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to polish off a couple little bottles myself down here.
Let's see.
That Stranahan's was here from last year.
I'm gonna stick to the 100 proof, and I'm gonna do the Rocktown bottled and bond here.
There you go. I'm sipping on a little bit of a Scotch right now. Nice little 80 proofer.
Yeah, I haven't been into that Ardbeg in a while. I may do some Oogie after a while.
Ooh, there you go.
But I want to save it for last because it makes my glass stink.
Oh, it'll smell the next day too if you don't watch it.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I always rinse them. I have that little glass rinser that blasts them out, when I'm done, so I don't make a ring in the bottom and they're easier to clean.
Yeah.
It will not get that smoke out of there, though. It will keep you from getting a whiskey ring, but it won't fix the smoke.
I do like the next day, coming in, grabbing up that certain Scotch glasses, that have sat out overnight and dried up a little bit. They got a really interesting smell to them then.
Oh, yeah. All righty. What time is it? All right. Well, we're getting there. It's a few more minutes here, and then we'll spin this one. We're sick. Damn. Just playing Wukong, great monkey with a stick beating up stuff. Okay, I don't even know what that is, but
some sort of game. He's whooping on people.
Okay. Wukong, huh?
I don't have any of those games, PlayStation or nothing. Actually, I do have a PlayStation now that I got from my brother-in-law. When he passed away, I got it, but it's still been in a bag. I've never hooked it up.
No, I mean, during the years I was really, really serious about gaming, the games were not very serious.
Mm-hmm.
It was adventure and Space Invaders. Mm-hmm. I mean, I remember when Atari, because I had the original console for Atari.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when Pac-Man came out for that. And, waka, 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 waka. You could eat all that stuff. And I just thought that was amazing because it looked good on there. And
it was better than Pong now. Come on.
Well, right. I mean, but like on Adventure, you were a square with like an arrow for a sword. And then the dragons could eat you. And I mean, it was very rough. Yeah, you were just a square on the screen. That was it.
Yeesh.
Me and my softball team, let's see here, have a softball game Saturday, but me and the softball team were advancing to our state softball game. All right, well, good luck with that, Fulton.
Dang.
World class.
Going to state already. World class. I remember when that first came out. That was a while back.
Oh, and then Nintendo came out,
and
then they had Duck Hunt. Now, that was the sorriest game. You just luck of the draw whether it was going to register you hit a duck or not.
Yep. Nice.
All right.
I broke down years and years ago and bought a Wii just so I could play Tiger Woods golf on it.
Oh, yeah. Well, did they have Tiger Woods? I played it on PlayStation. I had one of the older PlayStations.
Yeah.
Like PS3 or whatever.
Yeah, they had it on the Wii, and I don't know, it was maybe 2010 or something like that.
Well, Fulton, I'll tell you this. I don't like movie theaters. I just don't like to be. I mean, on here, I love all y'all on here because it's all virtual. But I like hanging out with folks I know, or at least, we're a part of a group. I hate hanging out with a bunch of strangers. I can't relax. I'm always watching for the shooter that's going to come in, and that type of stuff.
Oh, Kathy's poking you.
It's spin time. Yeah, my alarm went off. So, come on, phone, shut up. All right, let's share this screen. I don't like sitting in seats people have been farting in, and I don't know what that sticky is on the arm of my chair, but I don't like it.
Mike Rock.
Here we go.
All right. We're starting new winners every time.
I'd rather save my, what is it now? How much does it cost to freaking watch a movie these days?
Oh, it's probably $30 and $20 for the popcorn.
It's something like that. I don't know, but I haven't been in forever. Oh, I do remember. I did get my wife because we were doing stocking stuffer, and she likes going to the movies, and I went and bought her a gift card. And thing was expensive. All right, here we go. Next question. Which grain, and this is easy if you know, which grain is the basis for single malt Scotch? Is it barley, rye, corn, or wheat?
A.
Barley. All right, here we go.
I think I'm 6 for 7.
Yeah, the barley is malted, which means it's allowed to germinate a little bit prior to using in the mash. So there you go. Give all those little finite details.
I think I'm 6 for 7 on questions so far this time. It didn't do so good the last one.
Yeah, well, I'm throwing some softballs out here too. Yeah.
About time. I need something bigger to hit.
Yeah, it's I mean, when we do the trivia stuff though, it comes down to some of them. There's only so many questions I can ask about, bourbon or Scotch, and I mean, there's a lot, but you have to get into, like there's one coming up. How old was somebody? And who, like last week we had, who thought drinking whiskey would make them live to 150? Nikola Tesla, stuff like that. And that has really nothing to do with whiskey making or the process or any of that, but it's just a fun fact.
Yep.
Yeah, $70. Woo! Yeah.
Hey.
That's it right there.
Yeah, that's getting rough there now. Jeez.
I'll tell you what I like doing. I won't. Oh, shoot. Goodness, hang on. Oh, man, woo! Something attacked me. What I'll do is I'll wait until it comes out, and I'll rent it, off of Google Play or whatever, and I'll watch it here on my screen in the comfort of my home in my recliner that only I fart in, and that type of stuff.
And pop your own damn popcorn.
Yeah, that's right. I don't like popcorn. I think I mentioned this before that I have this icky sensation. I cannot stand anything in between my teeth or in there, and those little, when it pops, those little kernel shells and all get down in my gums, and I will spend I can't even finish the popcorn. I'm like, I have to go floss, pause the movie. I have to go get all this out of there. And
yeah, I've gotten a few pieces of that husk, caught down between your tooth and your gum kind of on the side. Oh my gosh, that's annoying. Holy crap.
I know, and I use those flossers that has a little pick on the end, and I'm sitting there and I can feel it. And the little tip is like jumping off of it as I'm trying to pull it down. And I've even taken a like a safety pin and opened it up so that I can stick it and pull it out of there. Yeah, I can't leave it alone.
And have the water pick or something.
Yeah,
something. Jeez.
Yep. But if I sit out here, I'll do that and do that and do that and do that. And I'll do this and this and this. And my wife's like, would you go take care of that? Because it's driving me nuts. And I'm like, okay.
Mm.
So now I don't really eat popcorn. But I do like things like I mean, this is redneck. I'm just gonna let y'all know before I even say this. This is redneck. Is I go get chicken gizzards. And I cut the meaty parts off and throw everything else away. And I'll get like a couple packs of them, but I cut them down into little bite-sized chunks, and I call it football popcorn.
Oh, there you go. That's not a bad.
But man, I bread them up good and fry them. Oh, they're so good. And yeah, I like. Yeah, I don't really do gum either. I don't.
Not a bad idea though. Stick to that piece of popcorn there, and pull it out of your gum.
Yeah, I've never been a gum chewer.
I
mean, I do this nuss, in the packet, and I have a hard time. Like I can't do loose stuff because I can't stand shit between my teeth, and I can't live with that.
Yep.
I tried to do the nicotine gum, and I'm just not a gum chewer. But I know you're only supposed to chew the nicotine gum a little bit and then pack it. But
stick it on your cheek like you would a pouch there.
Yeah.
I tried it, but I'm not a quitter.
Yep, chicken gizzards are amazing. All right, we're at 26. I'm trying to keep an eye on this. We got a few more minutes, and then we'll spin again. This next one's going to be worth 7 entries. Man, this Rocktown Bottled and Bond is really good, man. It's good, too. It's Little Rock, Arkansas.
I swapped over to the Breckenridge.
Oh, yeah.
Gas.
Ooh, you about
good.
out.
I mean, fairly dark, too. But,
yeah.
And the PX
no.
Not overloading, Yeah. It's there. It's noticeable, but it's not like the Stranahan's, the sherry. That it's overloaded with sherry.
Yeah, I like liver too. I like beef liver better than chicken liver.
Oh, I don't like liver.
Chicken liver is good for catching catfish.
Yeah, it's good for that. And other than that, I like liver in what is boudin? I don't mind the liver that they're putting in the boudin. I guess chicken liver more like it, but I can eat it that way. Other than that,
I mean, a lot of like dirty rice was supposed to be liver, and now people started doing ground beef in dirty rice, but it's really supposed to be liver. Okay. But I'll get duck livers when they have them, and I'll do pate.
I'm with you, Kathy. Yeah. It's just funky, nasty.
I do them in the buttermilk for a while. Let them soak in that buttermilk.
That would help it.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, buttermilk will draw out. But you just got to be ready because you're going to put that buttermilk in there with that liver, and the next day you're going to wake up and it's pink.
Yeah,
because it's drawing all that
funky pink buttermilk. Ooh.
Yeah, and then that you pour that out. Yeah.
Pour that out and start fresh. Put another batch in there. Let her soak over another night. Won't hurt it. It's good with chicken that way too. Soak your chicken overnight in some buttermilk. Man, it makes you tender and juicy.
Man, if you could come up with a popcorn guard, the teeth, let it go between teeth, but I need a gum guard. I don't want them getting stuck, in that gum line.
Yep. Jerry, I'll cook it up for you, and you can eat it.
I love me some liver and onions, man.
I've cooked up plenty for other folks, and I've tried it myself over and over throughout the years, and I just cannot develop a taste for it.
I'm having to back off of it though, because I'm taking that high blood pressure medicine. And
I thought you were supposed to avoid like grapefruits or something.
Organ meat. And
that too.
Yeah.
So you can still have tongue, lingua.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't eat it very often. But when I get the craving for it, I will eat it.
With onion and bacon, yeah. Oh, Mr. Mom, the Braunschweiger. That's just as bad as the liver.
All right, we are at time. Let me spin this thing and let's get these entries given away. Here we go. And my alarm's going off. Good luck, everybody. And then after this, I'll play the intro for the samples that were given away.
Okay. Yep.
Isaiah V.
Oh, Isaiah V. I didn't even see him. He snuck in here.
All right. Congratulations on the 7 entries.
Oh, I like his new little screensaver thing there.
Yeah, it's a metal brain, it looks like. Yeah. All right.
Now, that I have not tried, Scrapple.
Scrapple. Yeah.
I'm betting that one tastes better than just plain old liver or Braunschweiger.
All right. Now, this next one is kind of neat. Prior to Prohibition. Okay. So before Prohibition. So late 1800s, early 1900s, all that.
Okay.
Which of these was the most popular type of whiskey in America? So more bottles produced, sold, and all that type of stuff.
I'm going to say rye.
Okay. So the options are Tennessee whiskey, malt whiskey, rye whiskey, or bourbon whiskey. So there you go. You say rye.
I'm going to say rye.
It is rye.
Oh, sweet.
What's that?
So that's good.
Yeah.
I was kind of leaning either between bourbon and rye, but I figured rye would be more prevalent.
Yep. And it switched after Prohibition. Well, we went through bourbon. Well, and the reason for that is a lot of the bourbon distilleries got medicinal licensing.
Mm-hmm. So they were still producing some.
They were still producing, and they were still able to distill and all that and age during Prohibition, but they just couldn't sell it. Well, other than the medicinal purposes, but they were able to stockpile a bunch of stuff, and what they made was a bunch of bourbon. And so when Prohibition lifted, they had plenty of it to go around.
That would have been the time to stock up on some good old aged bourbons.
Oh yeah,
because that during Prohibition they can't sell it, so they're aging it. So you're getting 10, 15-year-old, 20-year-old bourbons. Like, oh man, I bet that was some tasty stuff right there.
Yeah. How many years was Prohibition? It wasn't that many.
No, was it 4 or 5, something like that?
Something like that.
It wasn't a whole lot.
That lasted for one president term. Yeah, probably a landslide victory for the one that said, "I'm going to repeal Prohibition." And I get back in there. I don't know the history. I don't know it that well. But I do know that there was a lot
completely wrong. 13 years.
Oh, really? I know there was a lot of pad in the pockets going on, and there was a lot of shit happening.
Prohibition lasted from 1920 to 1933.
Oh, wow. Boy, that was a long 11 years, wasn't it?
13.
Oh, 13. I thought you said 20 to
33.
Oh, 33. I thought you said 31. I was like, oh.
Yep. So, 13 years. But, there you go. Your Kentucky distilleries are holding on to it for an extra 13 years. Or at least some of it anyway, I'm sure.
You know what,
Andy?
That may be a question for our trivia game when we do the brackets and all.
Yeah, because I didn't think it was 13 years. I thought it was less than that.
Well, it depends. I mean, you can say it lasted from 1920 to 1933, but when? Was it late in 1920 to early 33? I don't know. I don't know the dates on it.
Oh, yeah, that would be, maybe 12 years, something like that.
Yeah, good research topic, though.
Yep.
To go back and look at. So
for somebody else, I'm not a research guy.
Yeah, I'm a research guy. It's one of those things. I just sometimes I get my wires crossed, and I do so much research, and then I'll start saying something like it's fact, and they're like, I think you're talking about X over here, and you're mentioning Y. Oh yeah. I do that fast and furious research sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But all these questions on these slides, I did do the research because the original one that I found was that Denmark didn't start making whiskey till 1975, and that's not true. That's when they first started selling it. They actually started in 1922. So,
oh, that sounds good. Eagle Rare and a Benchmark half and half.
Oh, nice.
And a cigar.
Oh, I need to. Is that good? I've got a Benchmark Foolproof and an Eagle Rare.
Well, pour it on us and try it out.
Damn, I might do that after this one.
Yeah,
let me get to Rocktown now.
I'd be interested to see what you think of it because I've got the same at the house, and I can do that when I get back there, which I'm headed back home Saturday. So I'm not looking forward to it too much because, like right here, it's 60, something like that right now. But it's warm enough. 60 is warm enough that I'm sitting here in a short sleeve shirt and I'm not cold at all.
You know what? I'm going to grab a new glass.
There you go. Grab a new glass and go with a half and half mix and see what that Thomas Anderson's on to.
All right, let's see. I don't even know if
I'm going to miss this, folks.
I haven't.
Look at this. Look at this view.
Oh my gosh! I have not even opened this Benchmark Foolproof.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I poured me a little sip out of it. There we go. I got to be careful pouring this because I don't want to get too much in there because I need to mix it, and then I don't want to. All right, second little pour out of this Benchmark. All right. Hey. Oh, Eaglet.
Oh, Eagle Rare.
All right. So let me eyeball this.
Get that poured up.
Like half and half. Okay.
Yeah, right, Mr. Mom. I'm lucky that I get to come up here usually once a year. I'm up here for about 3 weeks to a month, helping my old boss out. Because when I first started up here helping him out, this road right here behind me, that wasn't in. And then where the house is here that I'm sitting at, it was not here. It was just woods. And we cleared all this out and got it ready for the build the house and all that. And it's really nice to get out of the Texas heat for a little while to come up here and, breathe the cool, clean air and, see the stars at night a lot. Because, down Texas around Austin, it's a whole lot of light pollution. Here, not so much.
Yeah, I had to get my blood work done. I'm going for my annual physical next week. It's a thing we do for work because we save $600 a year on our healthcare insurance if we do, the thing every year. And so I went this week and they did the blood and I got my labs back. And then next week I'm going to get yelled at by my doctor about the labs. So yeah, whatever. I'm a little too heavy. Whatever. I'll lose some weight. But I went to leave and I looked at the, thermometer thing over there. And I was like, I had to rub my eyes and look at it again because it said 59 on it. So I was like, cool. Literally cool.
Well, that's what it says. It's here right now. It's 59.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice temp.
But it doesn't feel, for me, it doesn't feel like 59. It feels like, 65. Like air conditioning.
Yeah, I know. It just depends on the humidity and all that.
Yeah. The humidity is, let's see, where is it?
It's a dry cool.
Precipitation, sunset. Wow, it's actually kind of up 57%.
Oh yeah, but it was 71% humidity here when Jay and I went to the ball game, and like we went to a baseball game here, and we walked from the car to from the parking lot, and like we had a good park, like we were right by a gate, and by the time we got through the gate, my hair was already wet under my hat. So it was like that's horrible. Okay, we're gonna spin this. So let's go ahead and give these away. And I didn't play those samples, but I will after this. Here we go. So good luck, everybody. This is for 8 entries to the quarterly drawing.
Yep. And if y'all ain't got in on those samples, you should, because those are some tasty samples.
Urban Kitty. That's the other bourbon. Bourbon Kitty. All right, we have not had a repeat winner yet, but
odd. That's really odd.
And maybe it'll land on me before we're done and double those entries. All right, there's my alarm going off, so stop that. And
Let's
set this
yeah,
next one. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. Good question. Good question. All right, here's our next trivia. It is, how old was Jack Daniels when he started learning to make whiskey? Was he 12 years old, 6 years old, 19 years old, or 22 years old?
Yeah, I don't know that one. I'm going to have to hazard a guess, and I'm going to say he was 19.
He was 6.
Well, you know, we do raise them to drink whiskey young in Kentucky, so, you know.
Yeah, I put there, while most kids were probably handling minor chores around the home, Jack Daniels was learning to make whiskey from a Presbyterian minister, no less.
Yeah. What did he learn it from? What was the black man's name? Booker No? What was his name? Shoot. I can't remember now. I got to remember.
Anyway, I remember, well, actually, I don't really fully remember when I was 6. I mean, gosh, you know.
I know.
I probably, if you told me, like if I say, oh, I remember when I did this stupid thing on my bicycle and I tried to jump this massive curb that was probably that high and I you know, skint myself all up, I'd remember the event, but I don't remember how old I was.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know,
Uncle
I could have
been. Thank you, Candy.
Yeah, Uncle Nearest. Yeah. I was going to say Booker's not black.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the guy's name. And that was the only name that came to mind right off the top of my head.
I'll tell you this: that Uncle Nearest, that premium, the 1856, I think it is. Yeah, that's really freaking good. I like it better than Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I'm still not much on Jack Daniels, although I did get one of the barrel proof ryes, and that's quite tasty.
Yeah, now Jack Daniels has a pretty good rye. I do like their single barrel select, but not all the time. I mean, you know, I drink it.
Yeah,
but I had a buddy of mine from the military that he didn't die in combat or anything. He died on a sport bike accident, but he was still a buddy of mine. He died while I was in the military, while he was in the military. And that was his favorite thing. And he and I got along real good because we were both from South and we grew up hunting and fishing and all that. So we hung out a lot. And he was just a good friend of mine. And that was his favorite drink was Jack Daniels. So every year on the anniversary, I'll have me a port JD for him.
There you go. I don't even own a bottle of Jack 7. Old number 7.
Oh, no. I don't think I do. I may have over there, but only because I bought those little half pints or whatever to do like a video on like the base bourbon battle.
Mm-hmm.
And I did Evan Williams, Jack Daniels, not bourbon. I know Jack Daniels is technically a Tennessee whiskey, but it could legally be called a bourbon.
Yeah.
But base whiskey battle. But I did Evan Williams, Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, and the one that won was Benchmark.
Really?
Yeah, just the 80 proofer Benchmark. And we did it blind, and Benchmark won.
Wow.
It just had better barrel notes, you know, wood sugar notes.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, when does put me in?
About 6 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, no. At the top of the hour, about 16 minutes.
It's like I thought we missed it or something.
No, it's at 8 o'clock. Well, for me, 8 o'clock. For you, well, you're actually an hour even earlier than normal. So it's
it's 5:45 here.
Oh, 5:45. Okay. Oh, yeah, because here it's 7:45. Yeah. I know this show's early, but Friday's a work day. And Mr. Mom, mine. I just remember guys having Jim Beam a lot. That was what I cut my teeth on when I was a kid. Probably wasn't supposed to be drinking it, but oh well. But it was always Jim Beam.
Me and a buddy of mine used to drink Seagram 7 all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was someone that lived next door to me, and they were from up north, and damn Yankee type stuff, and I forget what all she drank, but Canadian Club was one of them, and stuff like that. So
yep,
Canadian
Club, it's it's all right, but it's not great.
Nah. Whoa, there went my lid.
Cassie. Well, me and my buddy John, we used to drink Seagram 7, but we drank it like we had a. Have you ever heard of knee-high grape?
Oh yeah.
We would take knee-high grape, take a little slash of knee-high grape, swallow that, and then take the bottle of Seagram 7 and turn that thing up. Take about 2 bubbles, and then take a little slash of knee-high grape. That's how we drank it back in school.
Yeah. So cough medicine. Overly sweet, cheap whiskey and cough medicine again.
Give me every last single drop. Come on, get out of there. There we go. That's a healthy pour right there, though. But finished off the.
Can't name the maker under penalty of law. See.
Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, it was cheap, and I lived in a dry county, so you couldn't get any kind of beer, alcohol, anything there unless you went to the bootleggers. Yeah. You go to the bootleggers and you can get you some beer or half pints of whiskey, things like that. So,
well, I'll tell you this: that Seagram 7, when I was probably 19, and somebody said, "Oh, they were talking about 7 and 7, 7 and 7, 7 and 7, 7 and 7." So they had a bottle of Seagram 7, and then we got some 7-Up. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got to try this. Oh, you got to try this. Hell, I thought I was going to get cavities before I drank half the glass. I was like, shit, no. That's too damn sweet.
Now, I liked, back in the day, too, and early in my Air Force days, I liked Wild Turkey 101 and 7-Up. And that was in the late 80s, early 90s. And I drank it in a jar like this,
Wild Turkey mason jar. Wild Turkey doesn't taste like sweet tea mixed with 2 cups of sugar in it either.
No, heck no. But it had enough proof to stand up to it because you fill up about this much ice, and then you put about that much Wild Turkey in it, and then about this much 7-Up. So it was almost half and half mix of 7-Up and Wild Turkey, and fine drink right there.
Do you know why I never did like too many mixers? Because I always end up like at first, if I'm going to do a mix, like if I'm going to do an old fashioned or I'm going to do like a Kentucky Mule or something like that, I do them at the beginning of the night. Because once I get that first 1 or 2 drinks down, I forget to pace myself and I'll drink them way too fast. And then I end up going, it's 8 o'clock. I have to go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I just drink them like they're Kool-Aid or something.
Oh, there you go, Mr. Mom. I missed that. It changed in Kentucky like the year, but then right before I went to the Air Force in 88, I went down to St. Thomas, and the legal age down there was 18. So I was good to go down there. And then once I got in the Air Force, it didn't quite make much difference.
No. All right, here we go. We're gonna spin the baby. We're gonna spin the baby for 9 entries right here.
Oh, good luck, baby. She'll puke. Oh,
Isaiah, that's a plus.
Again, we again.
That's all right. We're gonna spin again.
Jeremiah,
Seagram 7 straight would be better than mixing it with 7-Up. I'll say that, Kathy.
Oh yeah.
Boom, Gandy Road. There we go.
There you go. Congratulations, Gandy. Hey, Sugar Kitty. Now, what's Jeremiah weed? Is that like a beer or an alcohol? I don't know what Jeremiah weed is.
There's the alarm going off. Hang on. All right.
Oh. Cheers, James Morgan.
Now, here's one that the Scotch people may know. If not, maybe we'll all learn something together here.
Okay.
Okay. When making Scotch, now it can already be a used barrel, okay, but when making Scotch, a barrel can be used up to how many times? 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I figured they could use it as many times as they wanted to, but I'm going to hazard a guess and say twice.
It is 4
times.
So what I put was because 90-something% of the barrels they use they had bourbon in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So although the barrel has probably already been used to age bourbon, that barrel can be used to age Scotch up to 4 times.
Oh, dang. Oops.
Yep.
So 4 times. So dang, the 3rd and 4th time, they ain't getting much out of that barrel.
No. Well, and to be honest, when we were sitting around, I did a lot of drinking, like what we call poor man drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like deer campfire type drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And normally what we would do is we would have a bottle of Jim Beam and then we would have beer. And we would all be sitting around drinking beer and we'd pass the bottle around and we would just take a little swig out of it when it came around. That was mostly what we did. And we didn't have a bunch of fancy mixing, nothing. We just took a slug of Jim Beam and passed it on.
That's what I was thinking too. Even after the 2nd time, you're not going to get much out of it after that. You're basically just storing it.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say that the extended research on that said most only use them either once and sell them, or repurpose them or whatever, or twice. But they can use them up to 4 times.
Okay. Now, I wonder if it would make much of a difference if you, like, say, after the 2nd time, you basically took the barrel apart, or at least took the heads off of it, and then sanded the inside of it down, or grooved it, or something. Recharred it.
Maybe.
That would make much of a difference at all in a used barrel. I mean, because they're fairly thick, so you could probably get away with recharring it, shaving the inside of it, recharring it. And
I know they're pretty thick, but that alligator char, it can go
good 1/8 of an inch,
half an inch down in there.
I wouldn't go out. I don't know if it'd go a half an inch.
No, I'm talking about some of the splits in the alligator char, not all of them.
Yeah,
some of them can be quite deep.
Yeah. Okay, so Jeremiah weed was a liquor, a liqueur. Okay.
Liqueur.
Liqueur. Okay.
It's where you have to hold your pinky.
I think I've heard of it, but I've never tried it.
Yeah. Okay, well, clean them up, Fulton. Clean them out of there. All right, so let me play this sample video because we're coming up on the top of the hour, and this is what we're giving away tonight as far as samples go. All right, so if you want to get in on the sample giveaway for tonight, I believe last week it was Bourbon Nerd that won them. It is Super Chat, Super Sticker only. You get 2 entries for every $1 for the samples tonight. You also get 2 entries for the halfway mark giveaway, and you get 2 entries for every $1 to the regular quarterly drawing. So you get 3 chances to win off those things. So if you want to get in on that, that'll be coming up at the end of the show. Do not have to be present to win, whoever's here. And I'll get in touch with you somehow. I think Bourbon Nerd can attest to that.
I can personally vouch for those samples. They are all three really good bottles. The Old Scout, not quite as much of a favorite as the other two. The Juke
Blue
Joint
Note
and the Blue Note.
Well, the Blue Note and Old Forester.
Yeah, but the Old Forester pick, that one's fantastic. Holy crap, that's a really good single barrel right there.
Oh yeah, the like button. I keep forgetting. All right, Jimmy, I'll get you. Let me play this while I write Jimmy down.
I think Jimmy's the only one in right now. So
well, if he's the only one in at the end, we don't even have to spin it. We'll just send it to Jimmy.
There you go. Not a problem. But like I said, those are good samples. I'm looking forward to getting home so I can get a little bit of that bottle myself. What was that, Sugar Kitty?
Where do we use them? Oh,
whoops, not that button. There we go. Do STR to reuse them. STR. Shave.
Bitch, I got it. All right, there's that.
But Sugar Kitty, what's STR mean? Hey, Jimmy.
All right. What time is it? Okay. After this next spin, I'm going to get the next one ready, but I'm not going to post it yet because it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of like sand, rechar. I got you. Shave, toast, and rechar. Thanks, James.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, but that's what I was thinking you could do with it, because they're not making a whole lot of the new oak barrels right now.
All right,
new oak's getting kind of hard to come by, especially some of the older stuff.
All right, I'm going to start putting a few names on this wheel.
Okay.
I got a couple of minutes here before we have to spin, so let me do this.
And look at the color on that whiskey. No, I'm joking. That's tea. Retread. Excuse me. Went down the wrong pipe there. A retread barrel. Yeah, I like that idea. Making a couple of cool chairs. I'm enjoying a new bottle in. Yeah. Barrels are expensive. Because the wood is getting harder to source nowadays because almost all the old growth wood here in the U.S. is gone, and then some places where there still is some decent, old school trees, maybe 100, 150-year-old stuff. The people that own that land don't want nobody cutting any of it.
Yep. All right. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. We are going to spin this. This is worth 10 entries unless it lands on me, and it's going to be worth a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, be double that, be 20.
William Hall. All right. First one tonight. That means we're going to run into one here in a little bit. It's going to hit everybody all over again. All right.
Sip it or spit it. Typically, I always sip on it. Now, there was one bottle that one's a oof. Luckily, in my whiskey journey, I've only had one, maybe two bottles that were not that good.
Well, and I will say this about all of us joking about this, that, or the other. Whiskey is a personal preference. Whatever you like, that's what you get to drink.
There you go. However you like, the way you like to drink it.
All right, but we are going to put me in, and I'm going to get busy writing a bunch of put me ins. So all you have to do is just put me in the chat, and I will put you down for 2 entries free. Everybody gets a trophy.
Yep.
All right.
Big Daddy's jumping right in there to start with.
I got to write Mark down first.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Now I can start scrolling up.
Man, I'm definitely going to miss this temperature and view because I'm headed back down to Texas here Saturday. And it's, today it was like 105, something like that. I feel like temperature of 114. Yeah, it's like 59 here right now. Gonna be down to 47 in the morning. But still, 47 at this altitude, it's not that cold. I mean, it's cool, but it's not cold. It's cool enough I can sit outside in a short sleeve shirt in the morning, smoke me a cigarette, have my coffee, comfortable. It's great. And the view from where I'm at, let's see, is it showing up? Kind of. Yeah, it's a little fuzzy today. It's great up here. So, y'all in chat, are y'all sipping on anything tonight? Or is it just me and Jody? Oh, yeah, Sugar Kitty, 46. But
I get to the bottom already?
It's a little coolish up there in New Jersey. Oh, Shoeman Foods drinking Ezra Brooks 99. That's nice. That's a good one. Big Daddy's just sipping on some water. I figured Big Daddy be sipping on a nice cold beer.
I don't know. I may have to sip on more water after I go to the doctor next week. He may tell me some bad news. I don't know. I'll still have some on this show, but you know, if I have to back off, I've got other days I can back off.
Well, bourbon nerd, the JT Mullick single barrel, nice. I have not had one of those. I forgot the regular JT Mullick rice whiskey, which is odd, Tastes like a really good bourbon though.
Broke man's drink. He said broke man's drink. Oh, tater dime. I got you.
James is sipping on a blend of Rare Breed and Sagamore cask strength rye. Oh.
All righty. So
I haven't thought of.
It's only 8:02. I'll let this go. But if you haven't done so, please put me in the chat, and I'll write your name down, and you'll get those 2 entries. We are about about 8 or 9 people shy right now of where we should be.
Oh, did you get Tater Dom?
I did. I got Tater Dom.
Yeah, Sugar Kitty. It's definitely not Texas, that's for sure. But it's supposed to start cooling off before I get down there. So we're going to be in the 90s versus 105 temps. But we've had a lot of rain this year considered. So that's been a plus.
Ooh. That was my first sip.
Frost. Oh, my God.
That was my Eagle Rare benchmark.
How is that?
That is okay. That is pretty darn good, man.
Good.
I like the kick of the benchmark, the 125 proof, but it's still got a little more depth.
Because of the 10-year Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that then. I'm going to definitely try that when I get back to the house.
That is actually really freaking good, man. It takes some of that burn off of that benchmark foolproof.
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
Takes a little edge off that. It's still a little warm on the taste buds.
No, Greg. What is this forest behind me? Shoot.
3D printed houses. I saw something on that.
Now, that would be a way to go. The concrete, if you print them out of concrete, 3D printed out of the concrete, that would be a good way to do that in Austin.
You know how smaller house. I just can't see how it could be cheaper though, because I've seen the video with the swing arms moving around, printing the walls up and stuff. How is that cheaper than just doing cinder blocks or something?
I don't know. Just because you don't have all the labor, you got one machine that's just printing everything.
Somebody got to go set all that up, and it has to be absolutely 100% perfectly level for sure. Because I've 3D printed on the little machine, and it has to be perfect before that stuff will work. All right, so I'm going to read these names off, and if I do not call your name, I did not get you down for the put me in, which is just 2 free entries, automatically guaranteed. I have Mr. Great Shot, Big Daddy H, Shoeman Foo, Bourbon Kitty, Bourbon Hunter Lee, Jerry Arbaugh, Jimmy's Random Content, Bourbon Bitch, Mike Brock, Jerry J, Kathy Bates, William Hall, Bourbon Nerd, Isaiah V, Mr. Mom, Fulton, and Tater Dom. I see Greg McDonald. I got you there.
Greg McDonald, I believe I'm in the San Juan National Forest Preserve. Like all this here, this is all San Juan. It's all protected. It's National Forest, Colorado. You can't build nothing there. They can build over here on the other side of the 550, but not over here. Sugar Kitty.
Yeah, 3D business. Yeah.
You missed
Kitty. All right, I got you.
And Greg McDonald.
I got Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, it's highly likely I could miss something. I've been drinking whiskey.
Yeah, Thomas. Ain't nobody want to sling no blocks or bricks anymore. Although I do know a few folks in Texas that are really good at that kind of work, especially stone work. Man, I know a couple of guys that are fantastic at laying stone.
Yeah. Now, I typed stop, put me in, but that does not mean the put me in stops. It means I quit paying close attention. So if you put me in, put it a couple of times in there, all caps or something, make sure we see it. But we're getting to the next one here. The next one question. What is the purpose of a mash tun? Does it A, remove alcohol from the mash? Does it extract fermentable sugars? Does it separate the heads and tails from the hearts? Or does it introduce yeast to the mash?
That would be D.
Let's see. It is B. Extracts fermentable sugars. Just like making beer, the grains have to be steeped to draw out sugars. After that, yeast can be introduced to turn those sugars into alcohol.
Well, damn it.
Oh, and I have to put the hashtag in there, which is the EXFS, extract fermentable sugars. That's what the hashtag is. Okay, we'll bring that down. I just try to keep these hashtags to 4 digits.
I was thinking mash tun is where you push your mash.
Yeah, it's where it gets it to the right temperature. In like when I made beer at home, I would have my little thermometer in my turkey fryer, and I would heat the water up until it got to a certain temp, and then I would pour it over in an ice chest. And I had these PVC pipes in there with holes in them. And you know how you have the plug on the ice chest? I had a pipe running in, and then I would have the ice chest up on a shelf, and I could set my turkey fryer bucket back down there. You pour that water in there at a specific temperature, steeps the grains, and then you run it through there 4 or 5 times. And every time you run it through, that water gets darker and darker, and it's extracting those sugars from the grain.
Okay.
I did it the poor man's way. Had to do a lot of heavy lifting.
Didn't have a big old cardboard handy, did you?
I didn't have a mash tun. I know. I get impressed. I'll watch some of these beer channels. Like Beer Man and all that. And man, they've got some equipment in their garage.
Yeah,
golly.
They got the setup going on, don't they?
Yep. You turn mash to wort. Yep.
Yeah. Back in the days, we just had, old school redneck ingenuity going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew, and eventually I would just go to the already powdered stuff. Yeah. But I try to do like steeping grains at first. And that was so hard. And it was like, man, if I'm going to continue to use all this stuff to make beer, I need to do something easier. So I would just get such a weight of, wheat or whatever I wanted to put in there. And it was all, the sugars were already extracted. They had powder form, and you just pour it over in your water to make a wort right before the boil. And then you boil all that and it dissolves everything. And then you add your hops at whatever time you want to add your hops. You can add them because the boil is for 1 hour. So you put them in there at like 15-minute hops is like the last 15 minutes of the boil.
Okay.
And all that. And it won't bitter it up too much. Yeah. But it's all down to a science. You measure everything out and you adjust on your I forget the name of the app I used to use, but it was all there.
Okay. Yeah, I had some cousins that would make beer, and then another cousin that would make wine. In fact, my grandfather used to make different wines. He made like a watermelon wine and a few others. I had one cousin that made a honeysuckle wine that turned out fantastic, and a blackberry. But it's going around in the normal Kentucky going on, and pick blackberries or pick honeysuckles, and use that to make whatever you wanted to make out of it.
Yep.
Like my cousin.
All right. Well, these last spins go a little faster, guys. After the 8 o'clock hour here on the East Coast, so I'm going to go ahead and present this screen and share it here, or present this screen and spin this thing. Because we have to get a couple more spins in. This is for 11 entries. Good luck, everybody. Ooh, who's it going to land on? Bam! Oh, double. It's worth 22. 22.
Yeah,
this is going to be a big one. It could still land on my other entry, too.
Yeah. Does that make it 44?
It does. It makes it 44. Whoa. Jimmy's random content got the 22. So Jimmy, first time on the wheel tonight.
Yep. That's a good win there, though. 22.
Plus 11, because he already got the 11. So I put plus 11. And now that comes up 22. So we will stop sharing, and I'll set this next one up. All right. So we are going to do, I like this question. Okay, so next question. How long can whiskey last in a sealed container without going bad? Is it 12 years, 20 years, 60 years, or forever?
I say forever.
And you would be absolutely correct. It is forever. It will outlast us all.
Although the corks may not.
Well, the corks may not. But as long as it's in, and that's why I kind of like the synthetic corks and stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way myself. Synthetic corks and screw tops.
Screw top with the rubber seal. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because I've got a Seagram 7 from the 60s with a screw top. And it's still quite tasty.
There you go.
It has not lost a bit of alcohol and had not lost a bit of flavor to it. So,
And these things keep growing. We have this spin and one more, and then we're going to do the samples. And just to remind everybody what we're giving away. All right.
Yep. Sealed.
Yeah, sealed.
Yeah, because that bottle I got it from Ben, and it was distilled in 57, I think, and then bottled in 63, and perfectly good. Perfectly good.
Yeah, as long as it's got the original seals and stuff on it, yeah, you're good. That's why getting old Dusties from stores and stuff, you know, I would love to find some place that's hard to get to that no one knows about, and all the people that within driving distance don't drink whiskey, and just go in there and see what the hell it got.
Yeah. What do you got hiding in the back that's been there for like the last 30 years?
Yeah. Yeah, we quit selling whiskey 30 years ago, but I still got a warehouse full of it. Oh, let me look.
Yeah. Let me break up my credit card. Yeah, good trade material after the apocalypse.
Hang on, let me call Navy Fed and see if I can get a $20,000 loan right quick.
No shit. Oh, you got Wild Turkey from 1972. Okay, I'll take all those.
Estate sales, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I bet there's probably some up here, but
the problem is around here, you know, this isn't a big.
Oh, well, cheers there, Ben, from the Turk abode. Nice.
All right. Well, if you're just joining now, put me in there, and I'll write your name down.
Yep,
and we'll get you down for the two extra entries.
I'll definitely put Ben in way deep. Forever.
Yeah, I act like you're not interested, but I'll take a look. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Exactly, Jimmy. You get some of these old school liquor stores, you know, old mom and pop shops, you know, this ain't selling, stick it in the back, you know.
Now the show ends here in about less than 15 minutes. We are in the put me in half hour right now. So
normally at 8. Yeah, I think it is.
Well, yeah, but it's 8:17 for me.
Yeah, but 8 until the end of the show.
Yeah, 8 until the end of the show.
Yeah. Fulton, I think he's already got you.
Yeah, Fulton already got you down. Yeah, the put me in goes, and I put me in, but it goes till the end of the show. All right. So we are getting ready to spin. All right, I got you. Fine.
Oh, he's in Tennessee, so yeah, he's an hour ahead of you, or hour behind. Sorry,
behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Behind. All right, we are going to spin this thing. Oops, wrong one, wrong button. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. 21 entries. This is worth 12 unless it lands on me like it did last time.
Mm-hmm. We allowed to be doubling.
Bourbon Nerd, that is.
Yeah, that's a
Bourbon Nerd won one earlier.
Yes, sir.
No,
he didn't. I thought he did.
Nope. I'm right. I made a list. I checked it twice.
All right.
Bourbon Nerd got 12. All right, here we go. Now,
last question.
Last Christian. All right, let me get this hashtag.
See if I get this one right.
Now, there was a missing word. I'll read it correctly on the answer. But anyway.
Wrong button.
I saw it earlier. All right, moonshine gets its name from being made at night in order to elude law enforcement officials. True or false?
That'd be true.
That would be true.
I've made moonshine.
Moonshiners would work at night due to the smoke being produced by the whiskey making process. Darkness made the smoke harder to spot.
True that. Yep.
And that's all of the hashtags right there.
Except I made mine in the second grade as a science project.
Yeah. But yeah, people don't really realize you don't have big fires, when you're doing it. You have mostly coals, and you spread them under the thing, and they dig the trough.
Once you get it up to temp and boiling,
right?
Then you're just maintaining with some coals.
Yep. And that's what would produce more smoke than a burning fire. And during the day, the smoke is very visible.
Butt stuff.
Oh
yeah, Fulton, I saw it. Oh, you should have seen it from up here. It was stupid huge. Because I'm at like 8,500 feet, so everything is like bigger and brighter up here, including the Milky Way and everything else. It's great.
Yeah, the big super blue moon. So, how many years is it going to be before we have another blue moon? That's why they say once in a blue moon.
Don't know. That reminds me of the song of Blue Moon in Kentucky.
Yeah, but Jerry J. Yeah, of course, but this is back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day when you had to fight, use wood. I mean, you're in the woods. You're making moonshine. You're in the woods. You got a little creek, spring-fed creek running next to the shine to your still to run into your condenser and stuff like that to cool everything down, condense it back out.
Well, and I'm sure it's a hell, because if you look at the whiskey making process, there are specific temperatures you need to hold stuff at.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go too fast. You can't go too slow. That must have been that had to have been a constant battle.
Yeah, it'd be a little tricky dialing it in with creek water or spring water.
Oh yeah,
I mean, because some of the springs that I was around back in Kentucky on our land, they're coming out of the ground at like 57, 55 degrees, somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
They're damn cold. The spring that we had on our land that we drank from, that one was at least that. I mean, it was at least in the low 50s, because I've gotten down in that thing many a time and cleaned it out. Because it was close to the water table, and then there was a creek next to us, and the creek would get up and then flood into the spring house and get a lot of muddy water and stuff like that in there. So we'd have to go down there, pump it all down, clean it up, wash it out, clean it out to get all that mud and everything out of the spring, so we had good clean spring water to drink. And my God, getting your butt off into some of that water, it hurt. It was so cold, it would hurt you. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I used to say, if you ain't looking, you ain't cooking. Because I did a lot of smoking, and then we bought a Traeger. And now, if I'm not watching TV, I'm doing something wrong. Because I come in here and I just sit back in my recliner, and that Traeger I make sure it's got pellets and it's smoking the meat. And now we have all these damn remote thermometers. You can stick the thermometer in the meat, and I can check it from my phone. Go, yeah, it's only at 135. It needs to come up to 155. So,
when I cooked meat in Kentucky, I had a fire that was away from my pit. And the way I cooked meat there, I would go to that fire, scoop coals up, and then bring it over to where the pit was, and then put them underneath what's cooking. And I didn't have a thermometer. You stick your hand on top of the tin that's covering the pit, and if you can count the 10, it's too cool.
It's too cool. Yep.
That means you're below 200 degrees. Now,
that was a method I saw. Yeah, I watch a lot of those documentary things, and they talk to those guys doing that stuff. Now, I'm wondering, though, Sugar Kitty, is that geographical, or is that I don't know if they're talking about maybe somewhere else in the world they're going to have a blue moon or whatever. But they said next time we would see it here or whatnot, it was going to be. I heard 2037, but that rang a bell when you typed it. But
50-degree water shrinkage is definitely a thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to spin this thing. This is our last spin for the entries, and then we'll get to those sample giveaways. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. 14 entries to the quarterly drawing right now. I don't know if it's ever landed on me at the end. Now that's Bourbon Hunter. Let me go down through here.
I don't think he's won one tonight.
Bourbon Kitty, Bourbon Nerd, no, a Bourbon Bitch, but not Bourbon Hunter. So here we go. That was it.
There we go. Congratulations.
Okay.
If you don't win one all night, that's the one to win right there.
Stop sharing. The spins are done. So I can just close that tab. Come over here. Now, if anybody wants to get in on it, it's Super Chat, Super Sticker only. You get 2 entries to the sample giveaway tonight. You also get 2 entries to the quarterly drawing, and you get 2 entries to the halfway mark giveaway. Here's what we're giving away. And they're already boxed up right here, ready to go. All I have to do is figure out whose label to stick on there. But they're
tasty.
They are tasty.
Old Forester pick and the juke joint pick, those are fantastic picks. They really did a good job on those.
Yeah, we'll spin it in less than 2 minutes. So I'll give everybody one more little shot. I don't want to, if somebody wants in on it, I don't want to close them out.
Jody, you want to make this even better?
What's that? Yes. Oh, rocking chair. Yeah. Well, see, I sadomasochistically set up here on a stool with no back on it because it keeps me lively. If I had something to lean back on, I'd get lazy up here, and I don't want to get lazy. I want to keep the show lively and upbeat. And
I did the same thing at my house, but since I'm here and this was handy, it's quite comfy.
Blue Supermoon. Let me see. Bam.
Oh.
Okay. A couple of days ago, and guess what? I didn't get to see it. Because it was freaking raining, and it was just dark outside.
Yep. I saw it up here. We've been having a lot of rain this time. Like I said, I'm up here usually once a year about this time. And this time here is the most rain that I've seen every time so far in the last probably 7 years. Mm-hmm. And man, it just rained on the daily. It rained today earlier. That's why it's kind of slightly hazy behind me. I don't know if you can even see back there now. No, it's not really even showing up good. But it's
time to spin. All right, let's do this thing. We are going to share the screen. And folks that are in it have a good shot. We have 4 people in the spin. You have 1 in 4. Well, depending on the entry. So I'm going to just shuffle a whole bunch and hit spin.
All right, here we go.
Who's
going to get these good tasting samples?
Looks like Bourbon Bitch.
Oh, yeah. She got it.
Bam. All right, Bourbon Bitch. Okay. Now,
you'll enjoy these samples.
Give me an email. Let's see. Let me write this down. Samples. Okay.
Yep, she'll definitely enjoy these samples because there's some fine tasting whiskey right there.
Okay, so I'm going to put the scroll up. Banners. Where'd it go? There it is. Now, I know it says quarterly drawing, but that's my email, bourbonbounty2019@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know you won, and I need your address and all that, and I can get these samples sent out to you as quick as tomorrow.
Congratulations, Bourbon Bitch.
Congrats.
You're going to like them. I guarantee it.
Well, we are. What's up?
That one, I'm not sure. The Old Scout, that one's a little cinnamony a little bit to me, anyways. But the other two, those are fine samples.
Awesome.
They did a really good job on those picks. I was happy to purchase those, and I'm happy to share them for sure.
Yeah, somebody put congrats BB. So I just realized Bourbon Bitch and Bourbon Bounty, we have the same initials. So there you go. All right, guys, we're at the end of the show. Hope y'all had fun. We're going to be signing off.
All right. Peace, love, whiskey, y'all. Cheers.